Mike Moore Media.
It's our monthly podcast with Rockingham County Government, and on our media line, Public Information Officer Rebekah Wells Pegram. Hey, Rebekah, how are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're in a good place in Rockingham County, and lots of good things happening you want to tell us about. So let's jump right in, especially what you're doing with veterans this week.
Yes, absolutely. So first, just want to thank all the veterans. I know Veterans Day is on Friday, so just want to thank them for their sacrifices and their families. They've done so much for us. In honor of that, Rockingham County Government, if you come to our building, the Governmental Center, you'll see a green light on our flagpole out in the front. We are participating in Operation Green Light. That is a statewide initiative just to support and make awareness of all the challenges that veterans and their families face when they are transitioning back into that civilian life. We're asking people to shine a green light and start the conversation of the sacrifices that veterans make. Transitioning back to civilian life can be difficult and challenging. So we are just trying to make awareness and show our support to all the veterans. They've done wonderful things for us. They fought for our freedom, and we are very thankful and appreciative for everything they've done for us. So we are, the Board of Commissioners signed a resolution on Monday night, just thanking them and bringing awareness to Operation Greenlight. So
that's wonderful. Yeah. With Veterans Day coming up at the end of the week, we love our veterans, and we appreciate all of those men and women. Yes, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So another really cool thing, I haven't pushed it out. I'm pushing it out later this week. But the North Carolina Fire Marshal's Office and the Commissioner of Insurance partnered with North Carolina House Representative Reese Purtle, and they presented the Ruffin Fire Department with a check to build a new substation out in the Ruffin community. In total, the Ruffin Fire Department will receive $1.3 million for capital improvement. Yes, it's wonderful. Last week, Commissioner Causey and Representative Purtle presented the department with a $433,000 check, and the department itself will receive those payments installments. This is something that's awesome for that area. As we know that Ruffin is a farming community, it's a more rural area of the county. So this will allow the fire department just more access to more resources to better serve the folks out in Ruffin. So we are super excited about that. Like I said, I haven't pushed that out, so y'all are hearing it first here. That will go out later this week on all of our websites and social media sites and that kind of thing. So that's like the big news that's going on right now.
It is. That's breaking news. Yeah, with a Ruffin Fire Department. And, we'll take a moment here to say congratulations to Representative Purtle. He was victorious in that election yesterday, and he's done so much in his time in Raleigh to help all of our municipalities countywide. So thank you for that, Reese. Okay.
Correct. Yep. So another thing I wanted to touch base on, we are rounding out our speaking of fire departments, our fire marshal's office is hosting their annual Operation Christmas Cheer. It's a tour drive. The last day that they're collecting toys is November 15th. They are asking for any unopened and unwrapped toys be dropped off at any of the fire stations, rescue squads, the governmental center. Basically, these toys will go to the North Carolina Burned Children's Unit down in Chapel Hill. I participated in this last year. I was there when they dropped off a bunch of toys, and the folks down at the Children's Burn Unit were so appreciative. It gives these families that have been impacted by fire, whether it's, their house is burned or, a cooking fire, whatever, it gives them a chance of normal, I guess you can say, for this time of year. So that is still going on. Operation Christmas Cheer, with the Rockingham County Fire Marshal's Office. We are collecting unopened, unwrapped, new toys until November 15th. So.
This is a wonderful project, and that group has been doing that for a number of years, and items, as you said, donated at all fire departments, rescue squads, there at the Governmental Center, Emergency Services, a couple of businesses around the county as well. And so we can donate through next Tuesday, the 15th.
Correct. Next Tuesday, November 15th.
All right. That's exciting to be a part of something like that, I imagine.
Absolutely. And just to personally, because there were still restrictions in the hospital, I didn't get to see any of the children, but I saw the faces of the folks that work in the hospital. And like I said, that alone was just to see their thanks and their praise. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to be a part of.
Yeah. And we can all participate in that and share that too. Yeah. Okay. Close by there, Rockingham County Animal Shelter. What's going on this week?
Yes, absolutely. It's not just this week. It's through December 31st. Our animal shelter has partnered with the Best Friends Society, and they are offering free adoptions up until December 31st. So if you are looking to bring home your a furry friend, a furry family member, make sure you stop by our animal shelter, and they're free adoptions up until December 31st. So that's awesome for our animal shelter. I know they always appreciate anybody that comes by to even just love on the animals that they've got there.
Sure, yeah. And I know, was it this past Saturday, the rabies clinic? I wonder how that went. Have you heard?
Oh, I have not heard. I've been kind of swamped with Board of Commissioners stuff and trying to keep everything in line. So I'll have to check in with them a little bit later today.
Yeah, well, we appreciate our animal shelter here in Rockingham County and the good work they do. So many people involved in that, so many volunteers, and they've gotten so many people connected with that here recently with all of the pictures, and now we can have a lot more visuals with that, too, with the animals.
Absolutely. I believe they are working on making their presence a little bit more known on social media and taking pictures and that kind of thing. I know that we've got a great team down at our animal shelter, and they do wonderful work, life-saving work for any animal that comes into their care. So they're great people down there as well.
Yeah, okay. All righty. Anything else we need to mention?
Well, I just wanted to put it on everybody's radar. We will be Rockingham County will be, in the state of North Carolina, will be participating in the Year of the Trail. That is going to be an exciting thing that comes from our Economic Development, Small Business, and Tourism Department. Lee and her team down there are doing wonderful things. So that's going to come out in around December, but officially starts in January. So I just kind of want to put that out on everybody's mind. The Year of the Trail, be ready to get outside, be ready to explore the trails and the outdoor community that Rockingham County holds. There's some exciting things going on down in that department, Economic Development, Small Business, and Tourism. So I just want to put that as a little teaser out for things that are happening at the beginning of the year.
Oh, good. I like that teaser. Yeah, so that sounds like a New Year's resolution we can prepare for now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just put it on your calendar. Say, ooh, I want to get outside and explore a little bit more of all the outdoor adventures that Rockingham County has in store.
Sure. And let's expand on that just a tad, because I know that's the big deal next year, apparently, the Year of the Trail.
Mm-hmm.
But just for those that may be newcomers here to our county, we have a lot of trails. We have a lot of places to explore and rivers and lakes and all of that, don't we?
Absolutely. Our team down in Economic Development has put together a new Blue Way guide. Mm-hmm. Basically, that is a pamphlet that shows you any river, any waterway that we have in Rockingham County. That it just expands on that. It's safety tips. It's where to go after you get off of any of the waterways. Our team down there has done a spectacular job on highlighting all of the wonderful outdoorsy, adventure things that we've got in Rockingham County.
Sure.
So yes, there's tons of going on. There's this is the place to be if you want to be outside and in nature. So there's some great things that we've got here in Rockingham County.
It really is. What's the best way to find out if Facebook page, website, or maybe other sources about upcoming events and things like that going on in our county?
Yeah, absolutely. So Rockingham County NC.gov has a calendar, and we try to keep our calendar pretty up to date with anything that we've got going on, anything from events at the library to animal shelters, to things that we've got going on our campus here, that is going to be on our website. It's rockinghamcountync.gov. Our Facebook page, Rockingham County NC, usually stays up to date with anything, of that nature. So those are the best two places to keep up to date with all of our events going on.
Okay, yeah, great sources, great tools right there.
Absolutely.
One more thing before we wrap up. I made a little note of this because I was on your website before we started our conversation and on your Facebook page. What about signing up for email alerts, and how do we keep informed that way?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, and I will pull that up directly. So we've got a thing called Code Red,
mm-hmm.
And basically go to our website. Under on our home page, there is a thing. It's basically you can shoot a text, rock alerts, and that way you can get all of if there's an emergency situation with a boil water advisory. Or severe weather, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can just, excuse me, my computer is not one to work with me. But you can text that code red and sign up for those alerts.
And can we can do that right on the website? You said, yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
yes. So, yep.
Okay, and I think really the county, I think all municipalities, maybe not everyone yet, but everyone will soon have that code red access, so we can keep really informed about what's happening all around the county.
Correct. And I will say that those alerts do come from our emergency management people. Anytime there's a storm coming and it's going to have a direct impact to our area, our emergency crews, our emergency management crews are on top of it. They make game plans. They have things in place to make sure that the citizens in the county are safe. And if there are specific areas, I know Reedsville had a boil water advisory a couple weeks ago, they can tune in to those. They can narrow down, certain places. So if Reedsville had the boil water advisory, someone in Madison or Eden wouldn't necessarily get that because it's not impacting them. So the technology that our county has is wonderful to keep our citizens informed.
It really is, yeah. Just another good way for sure. Okay, well, lots of wonderful information here, Rebekah. As always, thank you for putting it all together and keeping us informed about what's happening. That's your job, and you're doing a great job, and we all appreciate that. So thank you, Rebekah. And I'll take a moment here to say to you and your family and to county government, all of our people involved there, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas, all the good holidays coming up. So best wishes.
Yes, tons of holidays coming up. It's my favorite time of the year. We've got so much to look forward to. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Like I said, there's a ton going on. So just thank you for allowing me to share this little bit of information.
We certainly appreciate your time. All right, all the best. We'll talk again.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.
Bye. That's Rockingham County Public Information Officer Rebekah Pegram. She is a native of Rockingham County and doing a fine job there and keeping us all informed. Let me again mention a couple of ways you can connect. And on Facebook, that would be Rockingham County NC, and the official website for our county, rockinghamcountync.gov.